President Donald Trump has mockingly referred to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as Rocket Man on Twitter as the U.S. looks at military options. U.S. President Donald Trump has mocked the leader of nuclear-armed North Korea as Rocket Man, while White House advisors say the isolated nation would face destruction unless it shelves its weapons programs and bellicose threats. The warnings came a day after Kim Jong-un pledged to continue those programs, saying North Korea is nearing its goal of equilibrium in military force with the U.S. North Korea will be high on the agenda for world leaders this coming week at the annual meeting of the UN General Assembly. Trump tweeted that he and South Korean President Moon Jae-in discussed North Korea during their latest telephone conversation on Saturday. Asked about Trump's description of Kim, National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster said Rocket Man was a new one and I think maybe for the president. But, he said, that's where the rockets are coming from. Rockets, though, we ought to probably not laugh too much about because they do represent a great threat to all. McMaster said Kim is going to have to give up his nuclear weapons because the president has said he's not going to tolerate this regime threatening the United States and our citizens with a nuclear weapon. Asked if that meant Trump would launch a military strike, McMaster said, he's been very clear about that all options are on the table. Kim has threatened Guam, a U.S. territory in the Pacific, and has fired missiles over Japan, a U.S. ally. North Korea also recently tested its most powerful bomb. The UN Security Council has voted unanimously twice in recent weeks to tighten economic sanctions on North Korea. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, said North Korea was starting to feel the pinch. Trump, in a tweet, asserted that long lines for gas were forming in North Korea, and he said that was too bad. Haley warned of a tougher U.S. response to future North Korean provocations, and said she would be happy to turn the matter over to Defense Secretary Jim Mattis because he has plenty of military options. Mattis said after Kim tested a hydrogen bomb earlier this month that the U.S. would answer any threat from the North with a massive military response, a response both effective and overwhelming. Trump has threatened to rain fire and fury on North Korea if the North continued with its threats. Haley said that wasn't an empty threat from the president, but she declined to describe the president's intentions. If North Korea keeps on with this reckless behavior, if the United States has to defend itself or defend its allies in any way, North Korea will be destroyed, and we all know that, and none of us want that, Haley said. None of us want war. But we also have to look at the fact that you are dealing with someone who is being reckless, irresponsible, and is continuing to give threats not only to the United States, but to all their allies, so something is going to have to be done.